We're settling into our new apartment, and I want to show you the plants Willow got for her garden. She loves gardening. Okay, so let's start with these. What are those, Willow? The beans. They're going to be sprouts?
Yeah.
Sprouts. And then what's in that container?
Parsley.
Parsley. And then what's to the left?
A pepper plant.
Pepper plant. To the right?
German thyme.
German thyme. And then this to the left?
Succulent.
Succulent.
Italian oregano.
Italian oregano and aloe vera.
Yeah.
The one in the front?
Rosemary.
Rosemary and?
Sweet basil.
Sweet basil. That's just a beginning. We just want to test out how the plants grow on our patio, and then we will plant some more. We are facing west in our apartments, so we should get the evening sun. We'll see. And this is our courtyard. We really love it here. We're in downtown St. Petersburg. Look at my friend I found. We're at Pilvin's chocolate ice cream fudge chocolate store. So if you get a chance to see St. Petersburg, come down. So we're just taking a walk. There's a marina right here in downtown St. Petersburg. We just got the chocolate that I was telling you about. A bunch of restaurants. You can sit outside. This reminds me of Spain quite a bit, or London, where you can sit outside and eat dinner at many different restaurants. I'm in love with St. Petersburg. This is St. Petersburg Pier. They had knocked it down and rebuilt it. It's going to be spectacular when it's done. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but it's going to be really nice. Give you an update on our big move from Pensacola to St. Petersburg, Florida. I gotta tell you, this has never happened in my life, but everything went smoothly. I don't know if it's because we moved so many times that I've got it down pat, or if it was pure luck, or both. We did use the pack rats, 800 pack rats, because we looked around for movers and they were very expensive. And then I checked pods. Those are the folks that we used from Ohio to Florida 8 years ago, and they were booked. Not only that, they were double the cost that 1-800 pack rats was. So that wasn't happening either way. So thankfully, pack rats, they actually called the day before they were supposed to come in Pensacola to drop off the pod so we could load it, and then they would take it. And I was so happy for that, because otherwise they were going to drop it off in the morning and pick it up later, and it took a little longer than we thought to pack it. And let me tell you, you have to be like a puzzle maker being able to fit all those boxes and pieces of furniture all in a pod or container. So Rick and Willow did the majority of that, trying to get everything just right. What really helped was having the same size boxes. We got mostly the small size from Home Depot, the moving boxes. I think they were like 79 cents, 89 cents. Yes, you can get free boxes from grocery stores, but not so easy anymore. They usually just smash them immediately and put them out back, and they tell you they just don't have any available. It was just easier to buy a bunch of small boxes. Of course, we downsized a lot more, probably a truck full of stuff, and so that was very helpful. We don't have any bedroom furniture, and we only have a couch, a coffee table, a side table, and then pictures and books, some dishes, just the basics, and that filled the pot up. So if you have any more than that, it won't fit. So either downsize a lot more, or you have to get 2 containers, or you pay a moving company who usually might be maybe a little cheaper, but maybe not. So you'll have to check. It's just such a wide range as far as prices go. It's really crazy, and it changes. And they said because it's springtime and it's so busy, the prices go up because demand goes up. So that's something you really, really want to, like, just call everybody you can find and make sure they have good reviews too, because that's really important that they have good reviews. You don't want people with your stuff and then them breaking it or losing it or stealing it or something like that. I'm happy that they dropped off that container the day before they were supposed to. We had all day to pack it up, and we locked it up, and they picked it up the next day. Then we came down for a few days because we had to wait to move into our new apartment, and so we house sat my brother's house, which is really convenient for both of us, worked out. Then we moved into our apartment, and we stayed at a hotel down the street, and I had points to use from all that traveling we did around Europe, so I wanted to use my points up, and that's what we did so we didn't have to pay for the hotel. But I was just so worried that night. I was like, oh, what time are they going to drop off the container? Because you know how it is. They say from 8 to 12. That's a lot of hours of not knowing when they're going to drop it off. So I was worried about sleeping, but I finally told myself, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go to sleep. I'll set the clock for 7, and they're going to call me an hour before they get to the apartment. So they did call around 7:45, 8 o'clock. So I was almost ready to go. So we left there. We came to the apartment complex. Actually, we got here about 10 minutes to 9, and the office was opening up, so which was perfect because we had to get the keys and sign a few more papers. So we did that, and as we were, that's Cookie back there trying to get out here, if you're wondering why this is moving behind me. As I was signing papers, Pack Rat calls on the phone and says, we're here, where can we park? And thankfully there was like just the right amount of space for them to park. I mean, I just was like, oh my God, what if there's no like parking space for them to park? Because they're parallel parking on the outside, and then we have a garage on the inside for people who live here. They dropped it off, and then the big work of unloading. I wanted to hire people to help us unload it, but I didn't know what time to tell them, so I didn't bother hiring anybody this time. I didn't want to hire somebody because I can't tell them exactly what time to be here, and I wanted to get this job done as fast as possible, and Rick and the kids were like, they can do it. Poor Cookie, you have to let him out here in a minute. So Rick and the kids did all the heavy lifting. I was able to carry some light things, and we got everything in. We took a break at lunchtime, and then they brought the rest of the stuff. We had everything really nicely packed so everything wasn't falling out or anything. Everything was in those boxes like I was telling you. I had some of those Rubbermaid boxes just from before that we had as well. And then the hardest thing was the couch. It was pretty heavy, but they had the little wheels that they could roll it on. So it was great. And then so everything just was like smooth. Oh, and then the electric company came the day before we moved in, which was really nice. So that was out of the way. And then the other thing was the internet. They were supposed to come between 1 and like 5 or 1 and 4, another large amount of time. And I was just thinking, oh, and I gotta wait for him to come, and he showed up like an hour early, and he says, I hope you don't mind, I was trying to call you, couldn't reach you because I didn't have the phone on me. And he says, I could do it now if you want. I was like, yeah. So he got that out of the way. So it was like all smooth sailing. Again, that never happens. But it worked out for us, so we're really happy. The internet we have is Frontier. that's the one they recommended. I think there's Spectrum as well. I don't know if it's just this apartment complex or the whole area, but they said Frontier was better, so that's who I got. I don't know really if they are or aren't, but the internet's working very well, so it seems okay. And as you saw, we just got back from St. Petersburg downtown, and oh my God, I love it. It's about 8 miles from here, and I could live down there very easily. I do love where we are right here. I love it, and I love it because I can walk to restaurants and stores, and I really like walking. It's a great form of exercise, but I get bored if I'm just walking aimlessly, so I like to have a mission, like going to the store, groceries. And the apartment complex itself has nice trails if I want to walk Cookie. I'm trying to get him to walk down here because he doesn't like to walk a whole lot with his arthritis and he's old. One thing I really love is that I don't need to wear my sweat jacket. It's quite a bit warmer here than Pensacola. Pensacola was beautiful, but I really do like the warmer climate. I'm just surprised that there's not more traffic in this area. Maybe I'm driving, I've only been here a couple of days, so maybe I'm just driving different hours where it's not crowded. I need to get to know the area. We're updating our GPS now. See what happens, but I think this is going to be our home base from now on. I don't plan on moving anymore anytime soon. I really like it here. Of course, it's not for everybody. It's just something I like. So I'm just sharing my experience, my opinion, what I like. And I know it's not the same for everybody. So thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like. Please share. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to live a passionate life.